Hey guys, it's Spennyboy, and we back in the game tavern, and this time I'm bringing you a little bit different of an episode. So, about 4 or 5 hours ago, I don't know, I'm losing track of time, Bethesda had their very first E3 press conference, which is huge. You know, Bethesda's been around for years. It's one of the leading studios as far as the game industry goes. You know, Doom back in 1994 was so revolutionary as far as first person shooters go, and everybody in the game industry knows and admires and adores Doom because it did so much. But anyway, uh, like I said, this is Bethesda's very first E3 press conference, and they've had a lot to show. This press conference was so much fun to watch. I've been talking about this press conference for since it aired for the last couple hours. Whether I've been talking to like my fiance or a couple of other buddies, some family members, this, that, the other guy, and their mother on top of it, man. I've been talking to everybody about anything that this press conference had to do with, and everybody who wants to listen. And I figured, you know what? What better way of talking about it than showing it and redoing it and reliving it through the game tavern and bringing it to the tavern, man. This absolutely fits in the tavern. And so that kind of brings me to my point. This episode, and it's actually going to be a new series because I'm going to be trying to do it for all the major press conferences throughout E3. So, without any further ado, let's get into the Bethesda press conference. So right here is just kind of like the introductions, hey, how are you? This is our first conference, and I'm really excited to do it. So Pete Hines did a really good job of, kind of leading the charge on this. So props to, Mr. Pete Hines. I think he did really good. So we're going to jump ahead, and we're going to dive right into this. And we're going to go to 450, right here. Okay, so boom, right here, right off the bat, revamped Doom trailer. So excited for this, man. I personally have never played the 1994 version of Doom, but I thought this was incredible. This looks so polished, so good, and man, we've seen a lot of. Oh, I accidentally scratched my mic there. I apologize. We've seen some revamps of old games that have just flopped. The most recent one that comes to mind is the Duke Nukem revamp. You know, 10 years kind of on the back burner, the studio re-released Duke Nukem, and it failed so hard. And the early Duke Nukem was incredible. Everybody loved it. It was this funny, edgy, it just shoot 'em up game, and it was awesome. It was glorious. It was beautiful. And the revamp just fell short. But I don't think the same could be said for this. Look at the blood, look at the gore, look at the fireballs shooting out, man. This looks so cool. So anybody that's played Doom knows, like, kind of the premise is shoot the demon, kill, or see the demon, shoot the demon, kill the demon. Actually, right there, I kind of want to bring point to is the demon right there. Kind of, they glow blue a little bit, and I think that's an activation for a quick time event-esque type thingy bob jiggy. And I think it's generally the same animation for the type of creature it is. Kind of following the God of War quick time event type execution style. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's really cool. I kind of want to see a cycle of animations versus the same animation for the same creature type. You know what I mean? So, they could very well do that. This is just a trailer, so hopefully they go and do that. So I actually encourage you guys to watch this Doom trailer. I'm actually going to have to skip ahead because I don't want this video to be too long. This press conference was like an hour and 20 minutes, and I want to be showing you guys a lot of the highlights. Actually, right there, I think this little clip is so cool. Grabbing the gun out of the dead soldier's hands, and it's so good. And the blood and the gore, and it's so cool. Anyway, so we're gonna be jumping ahead, and I'm going to 15:30. So we're actually jumping up quite a bit here, but it's still following the Doom premise. And actually, what's gonna be showing here is called Doom Snap Map. And this is so cool. So this is kind of a game mode that's shown in it, and I'm gonna go I'm actually just gonna jump up to the title right here at 16 even. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so Doom Snap Map is essentially a player creation and a player level creation and sharing aspects to Doom, and I think this is so cool. It's so innovative. The only thing that I can really think of that does and executes this pretty well, like this level design. Like you can do it like the Forge type style in Halo, except for a lot more depth. But like I said, the game right now that really does this the best, I feel like, is Project Spark, which isn't even, I don't think is completely released yet, but it's Project Spark's being published by Microsoft, and it's another thing where you can go and create your own level and share with everybody. And right here, like, you can alter game logic, and you can do your own type of, just, you have full-fledged creation freedom here, and I think it's so cool. I think it's such a good idea. Because with this type of system, the only limit is what the player can imagine. And I think that's glorious. I think more games need to do that. So Doom Snap Map, absolute A+ as far as everything shown prior to this Doom Snap Map already. I mean, we're only 17 minutes in, and already, like, I absolutely adore everything that they showed. I'm actually going to jump up ahead a little bit here, going to 1740. This is Bethesda's rendition of hell in the Doom universe, and this looks so bloody and gory and absolutely incredible. Like the complete embodiment of what hell is gonna be. You know, you see smoke and flames and oh, beautiful, man. This is exactly what I would pictured, and everything looks so polished already, and that amazes me. Cause I mean, like the Doom revamp, nothing looked anywhere near as polished as this. And so I'm actually gonna shooting some demons. I'm actually gonna jump up ahead of here a little bit. Maybe, come on. Oh, internet, don't do this to me now, man. Wow, this buffer time. Okay, so alright, there we go, beautiful. So it has a nice little like time slowdown when you're cycling through weapons. I love that feature. So basically they're just going through here, shooting some demons. Another quick time event, killing this type of monster. So all in all, I'm really excited for this Doom revamp. I really want to play it. I never really got into I wasn't really big into the video games, as I wasn't really old enough to back in '94. So yeah, I really want to go and revisit this game now. I think it looks so good. Alright, anyway though, we're going to jump up to 2450 here. And at 2450 is actually another game that they're showing called Battle Cry, and 2454 is fine. Whatever. And what Battle Cry is actually another studio that Bethesda's doing called Battle Cry Studios. And this is a team-based combat system style type game. You know, the art style looks cool, the blood looks kind of cartoony. I like it. I like the art style. I think that's really the only aspect of this game that I like, to be completely honest. Like, I'm really not all that hyped for this one. And to me, it just looks like another Team Fortress 2. And I know there's a lot of people that love Team Fortress 2, I know there's a huge community for it, but it's really nothing that ever tickled my fancy personally. You know, there's a lot of classes that kind of have specific roles, and, you know, like, even some of the art style, like those health cross pluses, you know, look the same as what they would in Team Fortress 2. So right here is kind of like the trailer for it. So again, I really would encourage you guys to go and watch some of these trailers. Excuse me. Some of the trailers are just incredible to watch, man. So this is actually going to be coming to open beta relatively soonish for the US. It is an open beta in like Australia and places in Europe, I think they said, but not quite North America yet. But it's coming soon, as they said. It's actually coming to global open beta here pretty quickly. So we're going to be jumping right on ahead, moving right along, and we're we're going to 2847's fine. And now this next one, and I don't know why my internet's being so slow. Okay, so this is from the Arcane Studios sect of Bethesda software. And Arcane Studio, excuse me, is the studio that brought us the original Dishonored. And so this is kind of the opening trailer for their new game, and the title comes after the trailer. So we're just gonna try to skip ahead here a bit. And maybe, come on, click. There we go, mouse. So yeah, actually, I don't know why my internet's being so slow. But this is kind of like the big bad guy, long hallway, you know, the whole nine as far as Dishonored games go. And what I loved about Dishonored, the original game, I put so much time into when I first got it. I think this animation looks so clean and so crisp. I love it. It looks so good. But anyway, the original Dishonored, I absolutely loved it, man. I put so much hours when it first launched. I played it on PC and Xbox. That ability looked so cool, by the way, like a Spider-Man type thing. Oh, it was so cool. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, I keep getting distracted because these trailers are so cool. What I really like about the Dishonored stories, and the games, rather, are that you can either go in guns blazing, or play them without touching anybody, kind of. And it's so cool, and you have like these supernatural powers, like you just saw right there. You saw these time stand still shenanigans, and it's so cool. It's glorious, man. I love the different things that you can do with it. So right here you see a little combat scene, and I'm actually going to, and there's the Spider-Man ability again. It looks like an overpowered blink, kinda. Oh, it's so cool. But all right, so I'm actually going to be jumping up to let's see, 3129. So not too much. So yeah, not really much at all. But so this looks like she went into some smoke. But anyway, this is Dishonored 2, man. So pumped. I love the first one, as I was saying. And actually, in Dishonored 2, you can play as that character whose name's Emily, excuse me. Or you can play as the character from the original Dishonored. I love that mask, by the way. That mask is so iconic. I love it. And I actually, let's see here, 3253. Is where we're going to be jumping to next. And this is where they're announcing Dishonored Definitive Edition. Really pumped for this, actually. I don't know if I'll be picking it up because, as I said, I've played a lot of the first Dishonored. But this is something that they're pushing out there for players that want more to kind of scratch their Dishonored itch. You know what I mean? Introduce new people to the franchise, or to the IP, rather. And this Definitive Edition is kind of like the Legendary Edition, I think is what it's called, for Skyrim, where they have all the DLC and everything ready to go, and the Definitive Edition is actually coming out in fall. And so this brings us into our next bit. The Elder Scrolls Online was just not even a week ago officially launched for Xbox One and PS4. Now, I played this game in beta, and granted it was really early beta, but I just wasn't a fan of this one. I played other MMOs. Actually, we're doing that Let's Play. Adam and I are doing that Let's Play on World of Warcraft, and that's really been my go-to MMO. Which I feel like it's a pretty high standard, and there's been a lot of MMOs that have come in fall just because they can't reach that bar, and unfortunately I think this is one of them. You know, they just can't compete with the king that is World of Warcraft. So basically they're just here, they're showing off some of the stuff that they're going to be bringing this year for their MMO. And then let's see here at 3650. All right, so we're gonna be buffering. Oh, hey, my internet looks like it's finally going back up. So this is a little trailer. Again, really encourage you guys to check out these trailers. But unfortunately, I'm not really showcasing the trailers. There's a lot to cover. You know, this, as I said previously, I think this conference was an hour and 20 some odd minutes long. So a lot of content to go over. But right here, excuse me, is the Elder Scrolls Legend, and the title's actually going to be coming up here in about 30 seconds. And this is kind of Hearthstone Elder Scrolls Edition. It's a card strategy game, and whereas I love card strategy games and I love the Elder Scrolls universe, so I might be giving this a try. Actually, I'm more like 9 out of 10 probably will be trying this game out. As I said, I love that genre, and I play a lot of Hearthstone. So I'll probably be checking this out, see what it's all about, see how it compares to Hearthstone, see how it compares to Magic. You know, those are some heavy hitters. Granted that Hearthstone just came out, but Bethesda's getting in there, man. So strategy card game, we're gonna see how they do. So, that's one that I'm a little bit more hyped for than, say, Battlecry, but not really high on my radar, so to speak. So we're going to be jumping up here to about right here. This isn't really something big. I just want to show the man himself, Todd Howard, coming out here, the game director of Bethesda Game Studios. And Todd here is actually doing this presentation on the big hitter, which is actually here for the remainder of the presentation. Fallout 4, which they just announced a couple days ago that they were showing at E3, and this is absolutely incredible. So I'm going to actually jump up here to about 42:53, and I'm going to be doing... This is a lot of the concept art, and so Todd here is actually explaining how their concept artists go in so much detail for this game. They have so much passion for it. Each little button, each little blinky light, each blade of grass, man, they do concept art for. And it's crazy. All these little buttons on these terminals, man, like, do you actually have its own concept art for? Like, that blows my mind. Like, the type of immersion that it creates, like, all these little details, they're so important and they add up. And so this little presentation right here is a lot of the concept art. They look so cool. Like, you see the battle armor going on here. Actually just passed, you know, some water tower under an underpass. So actually, Fallout 4 takes place in... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. I need to go back to like 43-ish. I don't even know what I hit. A little bit further than that. So right here. Fallout 4 takes place in downtown Boston. And I personally have never been to Boston, but I've always kind of wanted to visit there, at least for PAX East, which, again, as I just said, I've never been there. I got the power suit. But Adam has. Adam actually went, not last spring, I think, but the spring before that, I don't know. Sometime recently, he actually went to PAX East, and he said it was a lot of fun. And I've been trying to go, I've been meaning to go, but I haven't had the chance to. So, the fact that this takes place in a really well-known city is pretty cool. You know, Fallout 3 taking place around the DC area, kind of following that theme. So, really excited for that, which is actually going to bring us to a little bit of the game. And I'm going to be jumping here to about right here. Here are the character models, and this is actually where you can create your own character. And why I'm getting so excited about this is there's no sliders. You just sculpt what you want your character to look like, and it's so cool. I've never seen Bethesda do character creation without a slider bar. And they actually go on here in a little bit, and they talk about how this is the same style and the same approach that they went to making all their NPCs in this game, which I think is so cool. Like, you just sculpt, oh man, like, absolutely incredible. So actually right here,
my turn, big guy.
And of course you can
you're gonna be able to see that you can play as a female. Like, huge, right? This is so cool. The fact that you can actually choose your gender, really cool.
And this is an entirely dynamic system. It's the same system.
Like he said, entirely dynamic system. This is actually where he goes and talks about how he. This is what they use to make all of their NPCs. So I'm actually going to be jumping up here quite a bit, and we're going to be talking about the dialogue here.
You can play it in third person. You can walk away whenever you want.
Let's see. I should actually probably go back a little bit. We'll go to 50. No, that's where I am.
First person?
Ah, no. Come on, mouse, work with me. Alright, we'll go to right about here. So,
what?
Howard, who is what he named his character, is actually talking to an NPC called Codsworth. And right what he's talking about is their dialogue system. And the entire thing that they're really going for in this game is player freedom.
You can walk away whenever you want. You can shoot him in the face if you want.
So as he just said, you can walk away if you decide, or if you're feeling real ballsy, you're so real frisky, you can just shoot him in the face, and like that's it. And then right here is kind of like another big hitter for me, man. As I've said in the Let's Play for World of Warcraft, I have a dog, Kojak. I absolutely adore my dog, man. He's one of my best friends, best companion. I love it. So having a dog as like your right hand in this game is so cool to me. And this companion system, this dog can do so much. They listen to commands. He can go fetch stuff for you, bring it back. Oh, it's so cool. So yeah, I'm really big into having a dog as a companion. So gonna be jumping up here about another minute to 53:20, right about there. The reason why I'm jumping here is because it's going to start showcasing some of the different areas within the game. Showing some of the concept art designs that were on a little bit earlier, just bringing them to life. And this world looks so good. It looks so incredible, so polished. And I know I've been saying like so polished a lot in this video, but everything does, man. They look like they've been doing a really good job on it. Now, granted, I know these are usually just trailers, and it's really what they've been doing is just making a trailer for E3. But Todd Howard, a little bit before this when he came out, he was talking about how they've actually been working on Fallout 4 since Fallout 3 released. Like, they've been working on it, and they've been coming up with some of the design. And they've kept it really well on the down low, man. Excuse me. They haven't talked to anybody. And Fallout 3 came out in what, like 2009? Just kind of off the top of my head. So they've been working on this thing for half of a decade at least. And being able to keep it under wraps for that long, like, props to them. So that's actually going to lead us into a very iconic piece of Fallout game-ish type stuffs, and that's the Pip-Boy, man. So the Pip-Boy right here, this is where you actually get it in the game. And what's really cool about this is actually, if I can jump ahead a little bit, you obviously come into Pip-Boy to look at your stats and look at your inventory and this, that, and the other thing. But what's really... Oh, I went too far.
There are holotapes you can
So I'm just going to let it run. But the Pip-Boy is really important. But they have tapes now. And some of these are audio tapes and other ones are games. And you can play games in your games. Like, sign me up. So this Red Menace one's kind of a take on the classic Donkey Kong. So cool, man. I'm so pumped for this. I'm so in. Like, I need... Not that I need any more video games in my life, but I can have a video game in my video game. Yeah, sign me right on up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, alright, jumping up to right about here. So they've actually made a Pip-Boy. They made a Pip-Boy. And you're getting it in the Collector's Edition. And you can put your phone in it.
And yes.
So, they made an app for it on top of it. So this is a second screen experience that you actually get to wear a Pip-Boy on your wrist as you're playing the game. And personally, I feel like a lot of second screen experiences, kind of like the Xbox Smart Glass and a lot of stuff that they try to do, they fall short a lot of the times.
As far as stupid gimmicks goes, Irish is the best fucking one I have ever seen. It is awesome.
And Todd Howard right there just kind of actually agreed with me. He was just saying that second screen type of experiences feel a little bit too gimmicky. But he's here to assure us that as far as little gimmicks go, this is the best fucking one. And looking at this, I have to tend to agree. This looks really well done, really well made. He says that the app is using like the same type of technology that actually works in the game. And then even if you decide not, like I said, this is in that Pip-Boy's in the Collector's Edition. So if you decide to not get the Collector's Edition, the app on the phone will still work just fine. You can still use it on your iPhone or your Android, and the app's still going to work exactly the same. It's just obviously not going to be in the Pip-Boy. Alright, so we're going to be moving on
But
through here,
we've also done something
and
else.
we're gonna be right about here, I think. So
And
Fallout
in it,
Shelter
you get to make your own
is
vault.
a little mobile game that they decided to do,
And you are the
which
overseer,
you are the
controlling
overseer of
everything.
the own vault that you created. And this game looks pretty cool. As far as mobile games go, I don't play a whole lot, but this definitely looks like one that I want to try. This one is for iOS, and what you can do is you can make some more rooms in your vault. You know, you send people out to the wasteland to go get some resources to build more rooms in your vault. There's you can increase the population in here, so I'm actually going to jump ahead. Like I said, you can send people out to the wasteland, so you can gear them up, send them out. They can bring stuff back to you. You can make a lot of rooms in here, man. Like, look at all these rooms in this vault. Like, it's crazy. Like, you got a little Nuka-Cola room. You know, you want some water, food, and obviously power. So you can have rooms that build you up those resources. And then on top of this, you know, you can build up the population of your vault. Obviously by either accepting people in from the wasteland, or by doing it the good old-fashioned way, which I think is coming up here in a little bit. See if I can't skip forward and maybe I skipped over. Oh, wow, where is it? Anyway,
there are lots of different rooms you can build.
Can build up your population within your vault by the good old-fashioned way, you know, sending male and female into a bedroom doing some hanky-panky, and out comes a baby. And they have a little clip in this trailer. I'm not sure where it is. I've already messed up trying to find it. But they have somebody go in, and like a minute later the girl comes out pregnant. You can actually, right here what they're showing is you can get lunch boxes, which is kind of, would be the real world money type thing. In these lunch boxes you get a lot of cool loot. They do have it available for you to buy additional lunch boxes if you want. So right here they're showing that raiders can come and here we go. Here's some of the hanky panky. But anyways, I was just saying they have raiders that can come and try to invade your vault, and you want some of the lunch boxes to give you defense systems. And that's what I was talking about, is, you know, they go into the bedroom and like a minute later the girl comes out pregnant, so that's kind of funny. So yeah, this is Fallout Shelter. Look at all those rooms you can build, man. This is Fallout Shelter, and this is available right now. And actually, they just launched it right after the press conference. This is for iOS, and it looks like a lot of fun. So we're actually going to be jumping on ahead, because now we're going back to the big guy, the Fallout 4, and we're going to right about here. And now this is the concept art for the crafting and building system in this game, which looks so good. You can actually go out into the world, and like right here they're going to show you can go out, you can scrap different types of materials. Like you can scrap rubber, some steel, wood, metal, concrete, whatever, and you can start building your own house. And I love this idea. I love the idea and the concept behind player housing and being able to build it in game. I'm such a huge advocate for it. I think it adds so much immersion to the game, and that's nothing but good for the industry. You know what I mean? And just going through like this, the building system here, it looks so good. Like I've seen, you know, like some in-player housings and some in-player or in-game rather building systems that just they don't add up to the hype. And this one looks so cool. Like, look, you can even build a dog house for your dog, and he just goes in there and he chills, man. He's so adorable. Like the beautiful. I'm so in love with this idea. And then once you build up your house a bit, you can get traders to come in, and they have some of the best weapons in the game, as Todd was just saying. And you can go, you can build gardens, you can build some wells, get some water, because you know, food, water, and energy are like the three big things right here in this game. Excuse me. So what he's actually talking about right here is having generators, and this is kind of like a redstone, if I think that's what it is in Minecraft type thing, where you can connect a bunch of things to these generators and then put a terminal in here. And then these terminals are going to control the different things that you connect to it. So like you can change the color of your lights, you can turn things on or off, like you can have turrets, and actually these turrets are going to be really important because here in a little bit, let's see, in like 5 seconds or so, you're going to be seeing that you want to be building
because your
defenses
settlements can and will get
because
attacked,
raiders
by
are
raiders.
just like in Fallout Shelter. They're gonna be coming to try to raid this place too. So you build some turrets, you build some tripwires, and you say good help out of here, and they just go down, man. So, and here's just a little overview of some of the
in the game that usually you'll find that we have for you.
what you can do with the crafting system. And some of these look so cool. Like these are just some of the ones that they've already built in game, and they're just showcasing. And some of these designs, they look so incredible. Like this nice and open one. Oh, they look so good. I'm so excited for this. As I said, I'm such a huge fan of in-game player housing, and being able to craft and build your own house is so cool. And I love this. I think that's so cool. Having the vault guy up there, oh man. I want this game so bad, and you best believe I'm getting that collector's edition because I need me that Pip-Boy. You know what I mean? Alright, so we're going to be jumping up ahead. Actually, no. Actually, I'll stay right here. Because this brings me to my next point. So, with this crafting system, you can actually build some in-game items. So, if you want to build this scope for one of your guns, you can go out and find these items. And with these items, you can craft this scope. And it actually really reminds me a lot of the Last of Us type crafting system almost, but a little bit more added onto and polished up a bit. And again, there I go using that word polished. But again, like it feels like Bethesda just really knows what to do. You know, they have so many winning games as far as awards go, so that means a lot of winning formulas. So Bethesda, really strong press conference, really strong games that they showcased, and I'm actually going to, so they're just showing here, you know, the crafting system, what you can do with the weapons. So you can just take this basic like pistol and turn it into like this god tier gun, like it's crazy. Again, this is something that I encourage people to check out. By all means, look up the trailers and check them out for yourself, man. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time here. So this is actually going to be the wrap-up of Fallout 4. And I'm actually going to be wrapping up this video alongside of it. So, again, like I said, this is Bethesda's very first press conference at E3. And like I said, they've been in the game for so long that it's actually incredible that they haven't done an E3 press conference. So being that they're doing one this year is absolutely insane. It's so incredible. I'm really happy they finally did one, because the games that they showcased here are insanely good. Oh, I'm so pumped. But, so yeah, this is the first video of the new series that I'm doing for the Game Tavern. So I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed having your seat here at the tavern and watching a little bit of some press conferences at E3. So E3's been going on, or is going to be going on this entire week, and I'm going to be bringing you a lot of E3 content, because man, I love E3. This is my favorite time of year. I love seeing all the video game designers and what they're bringing, and the press conferences that they have, and oh, it's so exciting for me, man. I love this. So yeah, don't be moving from your tavern seat, because you're gonna be wanting to sit in it, man. There's gonna be a lot more videos coming up as far as E3 goes. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll be here next time. Peace.